Hi, I'm Kristin with Project Overland USA, and I'm going to talk about what's in store for our Jeep Cherokee. If you like what you're seeing, why don't you do me a little favor and hit the subscribe button. So now that we've got the Jeep painted, we have to decide what's next for our Jeep Cherokee XJ. The world is wide open. I mean, we have a Jeep Cherokee XJ. There's plenty of parts out there, plenty of options, but what is next in store for our Jeep Cherokee? So first of all, we need new tires. So first up is tires. Right now we have street tires on. They're rather worn. They really need to be replaced soon. This is probably one of the first things that we need to get done. So we've been watching months and months of videos trying to figure out what we should do with the tires, what direction we should go. We have so many choices, it's kind of hard to decide. But the first decision is, do we want all-terrain or mud tires? So we've been debating. We live up north, there's snow, so we need to worry about that, how we can get to work in the snow. We're also worrying about when we go off-roading, how are we going to be able to navigate obstacles? So there's all-terrain, there's mud tires, there's many different varieties. But we're leaning towards the mud tires at the moment because as we've been watching different videos, they seem to perform better, way better over obstacles. So as I mentioned, we're thinking about new tires, which means that then we're thinking about a lift. A lift is also important for when we're trying to get around obstacles, having that clearance above the obstacles. But then there's the law of diminishing returns. You go too high, you might lose stability with this vehicle in particular. So we're thinking probably 3 to 4 inches max is what we're looking at. Now, there are so many options for the Jeep Cherokee. That's one thing we love about this vehicle. So we have a lot of different options for what sort of lift we're going to go with. So there are a multitude of choices, all the way from the low end to the high end. The problem with the low end is you might not be as safe. The problem with the high end is it's expensive. So we have all the way from rough country, all the way up to Old Man Emu. We're leaning towards Old Man Emu. It's Australian, it's proven, it's the best out there. So next is rock sliders. We came into an incident in North Carolina where there was this huge rock. Supposedly this trail was easy, but there was a huge rock and a stream in the way. So rock sliders are very important. So we saw some of these vehicles get frame damage on that obstacle. So rock sliders are a good way to avoid this damage. And on top of that, they're not extremely expensive, so it's a great investment to protect your frame. So next up is the bumper. This Jeep was one of many that we looked at, and living in the north, we do have a lot of rust damage. This one did not have bad rust damage, but where it has rust damage is this back bumper. So we do need to get this back bumper replaced. Plus, we would like a more off-road ready bumper as well. So we'd like some kind of tire carrier, gas carrier bumper so that we can get some items out of the car and have more room inside the car. So our old bumper had two swing out carriers, one for gas and one for tire. So it would swing out and then you could open up the back door. The bumper also needs to have attachments points for D-rings so that we have recovery points from the back bumper. So next, we need a front bumper. So we do have deer up here in central Ohio, so we need a good grill guard to help protect the front of our car. A collision with a deer could be catastrophic for the front of your car, so that is very important to us. Also, we're looking for one with a winch so that if we get stuck and we're by ourselves, we can help get ourselves out, so that's very important as well. So next is our roof rack. We do like to paddleboard, also surf, so we want to be able to carry our paddleboards and our surfboards. The Jeep Cherokee is also not as big as our truck, so we would like to be able to put storage boxes up there, maybe a rooftop tent. There's just shovels, all sorts of things that we might want to get out of the Jeep and put up on our roof rack. So those are just some of the reasons we might need to get a roof rack. If you like what you're seeing and want to learn more about how we got our start in overlanding, click the video right here.